We are live. Number 3 bullshit episode 3.11 of the
Hey,
Last Round podcast.
why you gotta be? Why? How y'all doing, folks? Welcome to the Last Year podcast this evening. I'm Jay Peeps. That's Ace. We may have Mr. Sasser join us tonight. We may not. He said it was because it's game one of the Stanley Cup Finals tonight. He may not be coming. I don't know.
You didn't get it? Number 3 bullshit.
I definitely missed it. I'm sorry.
Number 1 bullshit. So they're going for the third Stanley Cup, so it's number 3 bullshit.
Oh, okay, got you. That makes sense.
That's
now.
too stretched out. Okay, it's too stretched out. Okay.
I was so lost at first what he just said, but I'm gonna roll. It's gonna be but yeah, we got a great show lined up for y'all tonight. Cup final starting tonight.
The return. He's
yes,
back.
you know who's back. Braden Point's back tonight. A little bit of history could be made tonight. Well, not tonight, but in the series.
Next 2 weeks.
Yes, as well too. NBA Finals is drawn to a close, and then of course something happened. Something happened in the last 48 hours regarding APR scores with FAMU, and it's being addressed according to some, and we'll see how this goes, of course. But I'll have my take on that. As well too, we're going to talk about this whole thing that Ace wants to talk about with the Bucks and the Saints defense.
No, we're going off of what Mina Kimes said. I thought that was kind of crazy.
Oh, well, yeah, we're going to still talk about that. But y'all don't go anywhere. Intro's next.
Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. Previews of like all the sports coming out later on next month. Now roll the intro.
Yes.
All right. We're gonna do puck drop, I guess, because kickoff would be if we start with the NFL. So I'm gonna say puck drop for now.
Yes, you could say that. So game one right here coming up. Honestly, I'm gonna say Lightning in 6.
Bolts in 6 is what I said. We're getting the predictions already out of the way. We're not messing around.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even put those out yet. Thank you for actually saying that. But yes, definitely, I like the Lightning in 6. I do think that the Avalanche will present a challenge, but again, like I've said to Ace and like I've said to Mr. Sasser as well, I do think that the East is more competitive than the West in this aspect. And so I think
I can support that, and I'll put the nail in the coffin when you finish that.
I was gonna say, because I look at it like how I look at the NBA. I feel like the West is more of a gauntlet in the NBA. So I say the same thing about hockey, but I'm gonna say the East is more competitive in hockey.
Well, see, to go off what you're saying there, you're 100% correct. And you know why I say Bolts in 6? You watched game 1 of the St. Louis series. That is the only game the Colorado Avalanche played a legit goaltender in the NHL playoffs. Jordan Binnington was the only goalie they actually played, and he got hurt after game 1.
Okay.
And they struggled. That was a crazy game. Not saying anything against Colorado, but when they played a legit goaltender, they lost the 2 games they played. Or 1 game, and then he got hurt and all that messy stuff there. But St. Louis was the only one that posed a challenge. Mike Smith is not a. He's like 40 now. He really isn't that great.
Mm-hmm.
And then you didn't even play the starter for Nashville. You say Saras was gonna win, probably was second in Vezina, second best goalie this season. He was hurt the entire series. He never even played a minute on ice. So I don't think much of that. So it's what it is. But they're there. They're gonna play. They have confidence right now. So do the Lightning after the New York series. They played the number 7 team in this league, the number 1 team in the league, and the number 4 team in the league.
Right.
They played a very solid goaltender who was an all-star this year in Jack Campbell. And they played former Vezina Trophy winner Sergei Bobrovsky. And they played the best goalie in the NHL this season in Igor Shesterkin.
So here's my question now. I know you said they played the number 1, the number 4, number 7 team. Where do the Avalanche rank in there? Obviously not number 1. Oh, number 2. Okay.
They're number 2 or number 3. They were number 1 last year.
I'm assuming number 1 this season was the Florida Panthers.
Yes.
And then I'm assuming number 4 was the New York Rangers.
Yep.
And I'm assuming number 7 was the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yes.
Okay.
The Leafs were 3rd in the East. And the Avalanche were number 1 in the West. And the Rangers were number 4. So no, wait. Maple Leafs would be 4th, and the Rangers would be 7th.
Okay. Interesting. That's quite interesting.
And the Lightning were the 8th team in the league.
Okay.
Colorado was 3 points behind the Florida Panthers.
Colorado was 3. Okay, so Colorado was basically
so a game and a half.
So Colorado was like basically a game and a half away from taking home the President's Trophy for themselves.
Again, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. That makes a lot of sense, honestly. The Avalanche the last 2 seasons have been receiving a lot of love. Honestly, in my opinion, I kind of figured, I was like, if they didn't make it last year, I was beginning to wonder when, because the team, the way that they had so much hype surrounding them the past few seasons, I was like, at some point they need to make it. Otherwise, I feel like this could just fall completely apart.
It was very close. If they didn't make it this year, you have to worry about McKinnon staying.
And honestly, I said this I say that because I said the same thing about the Vegas Golden Knights, because I was wondering, I was like, if not now, when are they going to get there? And I don't know if
Vegas, they made a head coaching hire, but we'll talk about that later. But I got a better team than the Vegas Golden Knights with the if not now when.
Mm-hmm.
The Toronto Maple Leafs are in very much serious trouble with that. At least Colorado, at least Nathan McKinnon in Colorado, they at least won a series.
Yeah.
They got to the second round 3 straight years, albeit they lost all 3 times until now. But Toronto Maple Leafs, Austin Matthews is in his last year next year. He will be a free agent. He can go wherever the hell he wants next year. You haven't got out of the first round of Toronto. So if not now, when?
Hasn't it been like 54 years since they won a Stanley Cup?
60. I think it's like 63.
Oh wow, I was being nice. Jeez.
Yeah, they have the longest drought of any team who's actually won. They have the longest drought.
It's pitiful.
Haven't won since.
They're one of the original 6, so that makes it very much more pitiful. I feel like, honestly, I guess I'm being biased when I say this, but I feel like if you're one of the original 6, you should never be bad. See y'all big hockey fans, because I'm not at all. Yeah, I mean, it's Hockey Town, USA down here.
What are we? SEC hockey, right?
We are. Let's see. Oh my gosh, what are we? We've been called many things. This is Hockey Town, USA. That's what they call us. Some people would call it. They call it SEC hockey on ESPN, and then we're known as what's it called? Oh, nutsuckers. We are called nutsuckers here at Penalty Talk. That's what people call us.
What do they call us?
They call us nutsuckers because we
watch
EWI football. That's why. That's the other one. And plus, and because we listen to whitewashed media, as some may say.
Ooh.
I know. See, I wish I had like the evil like lightning, thunder, and lightning like sound behind that, because then that would be
I
like
miss our sound effects. That's the one thing I liked with Ecamm
I know
that
same.
StreamYard doesn't have, but it's all good. We're not getting the freezes and the lagging audio and all the crashing, so it's good here. But you want to get into the X factors, or what do you want to get into next?
Well, I was going to say the little known fact that a lot of people aren't paying attention to is the fact that, yes, if the Avalanche do win this series, it would be the first win for their first Stanley Cup win since 2001. But if the Lightning were to three-peat here, this would be the Lightning would be the first North American sports team since the 2000, 2001, 2002.
Kobe Shaq Lakers.
Yeah, to basically three-peat. So I mean that's some elite company. There's been a lot of teams to come through that did not repeat. You got to think about the Patriots didn't three-peat.
Penguins.
The Penguins, the Detroit Red Wings. You've got
the Blackhawks were a partial dynasty. You know, like they had 3 wins in like 6 years, but they won every other year. They didn't go back to back to back.
That's true. And I think, honestly, nobody's touching the Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and company. They did it twice. Nobody. That probably may never be done again. Not with the way cap situations and money works.
Six rings in, what, 7 years, right?
Or
9 years.
It was in 8 years. Because he left for basically 2 seasons. Or no.
Oh, it was 2 seasons. That was 1 season. That's why I was like.
1 year. He came back in 95, lost to the Magic.
Oh, yeah.
From 96 to 98, they won another 3.
That was the Horace Grant Shaq team. That's right.
Yes, because from 91 to 93, that's 3 years right there.
Oh, yeah.
And 2 years they didn't appear.
96 to 98.
Yeah. Because those 2 years in between, those were the years the Rockets went back to back.
Mm-hmm.
And so, okay, that's 5. And then you've got the last 3, which make it 8. So, yeah, that 8-year stretch, or basically the entire 90s decade, basically belongs to the Chicago Bulls. And then a little bit in pieces here, the Rockets, and then the Spurs. So, yeah, basically. But, yeah, X Factors. Give them to me.
All right. It is the second line of the Lightning with Mikhail Sergachev. We were talking about him back when Sasser was on. Mm-hmm. I was telling him, I was like, I need to see that offensive side of Sergachev come out. You saw it in the last 2 games. He set up the first goal for Stamkos and scored the 2 goals for them in game 5. And the Cirelli, Kolar, and Hagel line, if they get on the board, I think this might go 5 if they start scoring some goals, because they had, I want to say it was 20-something dangerous chances in the Rangers series. They allowed 5. They had really bad puck luck in the Eastern Conference Finals, and there's only so much the puck cannot go in. Eventually, they're going to break through, and if they break through, yeah, because they're going to be playing mainly against the McKinnon, Landeskog, Nichushkin line, the top line for the Rangers. Right. And if they can hold them to at most a goal a game instead of killing them like how McKinnon's been doing to everybody, though, this playoffs, that's going to be big. And then if they start scoring, like Killorn hasn't scored, Cirelli hasn't scored since the Florida series. He only scored the 1 time there. And Hagel has 1 empty netter. So if they get on the board with Sergachev playing 2 ways like how he is, because Hedman hasn't been offensively killing it like how he normally does. So if Sergachev can jump up and play some more offensive impact, I think that'll be that side. And then probably Mikko Rantanen and Darcy Kemper for the Avalanche. I would see how Rantanen steps up with no Kadri out there. I don't know when he's gonna come back, because he has like a broken or a torn ligament in his thumb, and they're saying he could come back in the series. And I'm like, you have to have your thumb to like, stick handle and shoot. So if that's like destroyed, I don't know how you can do it, but that's on that side. And then the goaltending with the Avalanche, it has been sus.
MJ
I'm
could
looking
have
at
been
this.
in points. Michael Jordan is what he's referring to. He's right. Honestly, I think he could have too if he hadn't left. Because I mean, you got to think about it. Like if he'd
2
actually,
seasons wouldn't have enough, I don't think.
it
Or 1 season.
it ruined his flow a little bit. I will say it did ruin his
Who is
flow.
this lady singing the anthem?
It's Colorado, but I do get what he's saying though. Like I can get with that. I mean, honestly, if you think about it too, like what if they had not split up after 98 though too?
Yeah, that one you got to think more of.
Yeah.
But he also had to work himself from baseball shape to basketball shape too.
Yep.
Because, different muscles you need.
Oh, I know. I believe it.
So,
Baseball is 90% mental. But
where was I?
I was
Yeah,
actually
so
this kid Cale McCarr, they are basically praising him as like
yeah, he's good. He's like really, 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 really good.
they're saying like he's probably one of the best defensemen ever.
Offensive defenseman, yes, 100%.
Okay. So it is.
Imagine Victor Hedman 3 inches shorter, but twice as fast. So he's not like a physical presence like how Hedman like rocks somebody, but he's offensively better than Hedman in the sense he can move. Like that guy skates. Imagine Braden Point legs and Victor, like a slightly smaller Victor Hedman.
Okay. This is gonna be interesting.
He's a forward playing defenseman.
This is gonna be interesting.
He's just like a really buff forward.
And we already got puck up. So here we go.
You're ahead of me then.
Oh, always. Yeah, so
I know. I'm streaming on my phone, that's why.
I was gonna say we gotta switch to hot topics here because we don't went over.
Yeah, the Vegas hired a new head coach. They hired the former Bruins head coach, and Tortorella got an offer with the Flyers. There we go. Wrapped up hockey.
Awesome.
Cool.
But yeah, so the other thing too is it's kind of funny though. Stanley Cup Finals back on ABC. The last time the Lightning won their first Stanley Cup on ABC. It's actually kind of a little tidbit. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, and you hear a funny tidbit?
What's up?
The goalie for the Avalanche is the former Arizona Coyotes goalie from last year. That's bad. The Arizona Coyotes are like really, really, really bad.
So now that we're hearing hot topics, this is the first thing I kind of want to address.
What was the APR? Yeah, this is what I was wanting to know.
So
I want to hear about this.
The lowest of all the Division I schools. It's actually kind of funny. People point to this and want to shame it and stuff, which it is bad. It is bad. Coach Simmons already said, we're going to be fine. He already put it out saying that. I don't want the message to be misconstrued here. Don't associate the APR with the fact that these kids must be some of the worst academically challenged kids ever. These kids must be remedial. These kids must not be that smart. That's not true. Don't associate that with whatever you're going to associate it with. Because here's the fact of the matter. Chris Fadul, I took classes with Chris Fadul for a hot minute. Took a chemistry class with him. That man is a chemistry whiz. He's very smart. Some of these guys, from what I've seen under Willie Simmons, a lot of these guys do graduate. But I think, too, the problem is the transfer portal. Getting a lot of players out of the transfer portal could hurt the APR. And I don't think FAMU will be the only one that will be hurt by it. I don't think. It's kind of ironic, too. Alabama had the number one – or no, they were top 3 in APR scores, actually. But also, too, I think the thing that people are failing to report is that FAMU basketball reported some of the highest numbers for the APR. So let's tell the full story there. And also, too, my thing is, how do they correct this? For one, I say this. You need to find an AD that can have some stability. You need to let people in charge do their job versus getting in the way of things. Do not people. There are literally so many people that want to come in and help this university because they see the potential. AD Gaucher left a plethora on the table for FAMU to build off of. You need a vision for where to take them. Larry Robinson has got to go. Sorry.
Yeah, we said that when Gaucher resigned, or like however that went down.
Yeah,
we said he had to go.
I agree with you. No, and then like it's the people that steal money. It's the people that tell the lies and stuff. You know, it sucks because, and I hate to compare, but this is a situation similar to like Miami, where the presidents up here are the ones that are untouchable. Miami's president at the time when they tore down the Orange Bowl was one of those untouchables. But when she was out of power and her tenure was up, people were doing cartwheels. But again, you have a situation here where it's just like you got to let someone like AD Gaucher, who has a vision, you got to let him go in there and just do his work. I don't understand why. Well, I do understand why, and the reports are the reports, and everyone's got an opinion. But I mean, you got to do better. You just have to do better. You can't expect problems like APR to go away if you don't have stability in the AD seat. You need a good head coach. You need a good AD. You need a good president. The Holy Trinity will work itself out every time. You don't believe me? Look at some of the successful athletic programs around the country. Am I right, Ace?
Pastor Peeps, I think you are right.
Oh wow, here he goes.
I'm going nowhere. I'm just saying. Good sermon.
He's listening. He's listening to this sermon, but he's also keeping one eye on this hockey game. I understand.
Yeah. It's me in church normally anyway, so it's all right.
Why is it every time HBCUs do something good or something kills them? Because they don't want to see HBCUs come up and do well. And this is why I think, honestly, Dion had a tough time in the first few months of his time at Jackson State. Because remember, someone apparently broke into his office. Someone apparently, broke into his car and stuff. And he was having such a tough time with everything. In his first few months when he was there, people were trying to kill the good. It is frustrating. And it is frustrating. But yeah, people were trying to kill the good juju that he was bringing in. And I think he's been able to overcome it because people now realize the good that he's trying to do. And I think the alumni at FAMU saw the good that AD Gaucher was trying to do. I mean, I saw it firsthand. He was out and about like that Friday night before the game for homecoming. And he was making sure every I was dotted and every T was crossed. So again, it's a shame. It is a shame. So, but I mean, administrators have to do better. Schools have to do better, honestly, in my opinion. So the other thing too is, Ace, if you want to talk about this Bucks Saints thing now's the time.
All right. Well, Mina Kimes had her top defensive rankings come out. I think she had the Bucks, I want to say, second or third, and the Saints were fifth. I want to say it was. I wanted to see what you had to say on that because I know the Bucks lost some key pieces out there. Whitehead to start off with, and JPP. Well, no, did JPP come back? I have no idea.
I honestly do. JPP put up an Instagram story of him on a jet leaving Tampa, and he was piecing out Tampa. So I don't think he's coming back.
All right. I know they replaced Ndamukong with Akeem Hicks, and they drafted Logan Hall. But honestly, I don't know how you could say that defense better when you got that secondary in the Bayou.
Honestly, until I hear for a fact Ndamukong Suh is gone, and after what I heard from Jake Arians, I am not ruling out Suh being gone yet. Look, the past 2 seasons, the Saints defense ranked 5th, the Bucks defense ranked 8th in 2020. In 2021, the Saints defense ranked 4th, the Bucks defense ranked 5th. The past 2 seasons, Bucks defense was
Run defense has been better. I'll give it that. It's like 1-3. I think with
honestly.
the run defense. I think
Honestly,
the Bucks have like the best run defense, but the secondary is why I give the Saints the edge.
honestly, I will say the last 3 seasons, the Bucks defense, as far as rushing, has been next to impossible to run against.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But
And
the secondary is the problem with the Bucks.
The secondary.
It let Taysom Hill beat him, and let Trevor Siemian beat him.
Yes, and this is the part where I say I think the Saints honestly just have mind control over the Bucks. I really do. I like I said, I think there's a voodoo doll of Tom Brady somewhere. I think there's just a voodoo doll of a bunch of Bucks players somewhere, because like it makes no sense. I don't understand how you lose to the same team. You go to win a Super Bowl twice, but you get swept by the same team in the regular season. And then I think the only successful coach, John McCabe got him in his second season. Yeah, in his second season. John Gruden, I think, is probably the most successful coach against the Saints outside of Tony Dungy's thrashing of the Saints. But I honestly
Dungy killed them.
Yeah,
I say that was the Aaron Brooks Saints, right?
Yeah, Aaron Brooks Saints.
Yeah.
I will say, honestly, at the moment, I do think that the Saints do have a better defense. This season, we'll see. Again, you made these additions and stuff, but additions, practice ain't.
They got to play first to see it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thing. I'm like, you got to play to see it. Offense can be a great hindrance or a great ally to defenses, depending on field position. If Jameis has a good season,
division all around. That's the reason why Tom Brady had his best game as the Saints. The 3 turnovers put the Bucks inside the 30, 3 times.
Is that why you don't like Jared Cooks?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go. There we
2
go.
2 turnovers were a result of him. One of them, Michael Thomas, couldn't even make a proper cut, and Murphy Bunting just drove on that ball because Thomas couldn't turn in, technically he was going out, but he didn't bring it back. So Murphy Bunting jumped in for that one. That put him inside, I want to say, the 20. The Cooks one put him inside the 10, and the Mike Edwards pick put him inside the 20.
Mm-hmm. I will say, I'm looking back at these numbers. You know what? These numbers are actually pretty legit. 2020, I'm actually surprised the Steelers' defense was number 3.
2020, that wasn't the 8-8 Steelers, was it?
I'm not sure.
No, 2020 was when they lost to the Browns, right?
I'm surprised the
21
was the number 3 defense in the league in 2021. That's a surprise in itself too. I did not.
Hey, speaking of that, the reason why those teams were number 3, I think Fitzpatrick is your newest, highest paid safety.
Yes, he is. And honestly, I like it. He's a dog.
Oh, Nick Paul and some other dude is dancing. Josh Manson were dancing, and the Lightning are going on a power play from it.
But I like the fact that Minka got paid. I think he deserved it. I felt like he was worth more. I feel like, he was worth more than what he was getting when he was on a rookie deal in Miami. I felt like Miami wasn't the best situation for him at the time either. I felt like he needed to get out of there to be better. Or not to be better, but to better his career. And I think he found it with the Steelers. Now, that being said, I have large expectations for the Steelers this season.
What a keep by Stamkos. Holy crap, that was a great keep.
50 seconds on the Lightning power play.
You are 40 seconds ahead of me.
Yep. So we'll see what happens.
You'll tell me if they score. I don't think they will.
You want me to tell you if they score? Or you don't?
No, don't.
Okay, I'll just put it in this little box right here that I got and type it in, and then I'll post it up on the wall right here. But
Cool.
yeah, no, I'm actually very very happy. And then the other one too I liked was this one that you asked.
Before we get to that, let's talk about the Minka one. The way how the Steelers got him is I don't know why more teams don't do it. You essentially just pay an extra first, which you would pay if you traded up in the draft anyway, to get a really good player who ended up being a star. Because it's like they gave up 2 firsts for him, but technically, if you could look at it, you could say, well, one of those firsts would be the one that you drafted him with, and the next first is the one that you gave up essentially for him. Which is why I'm like, why don't more teams do it? Because the same thing with Jalen Ramsey.
Because
That's how the Rams got him.
Here's why. The thing is, the Steelers
GMs aren't smart.
Well, no, that too. But you also got to think about it too. The Steelers organization has been in this game for a long time. They know how this works, and they've done it with great success. We got to remember they've had guys like Mel Blount, former Southern defense. Oh, you're gonna be upset.
That means the Avalanche scored.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're gonna call it offsides when they score.
Oh, wait. I don't know. I still see them celebrating.
No, the Avalanche are about to score. That's what you're gonna say, aren't you?
You know it. You know it. Oh wow. Oh wow. Wait, was he? Can he be in the blue like that?
Oh, you're gonna call it like goaltender interference or something?
Yeah, can he be in the blue like that when he hits it in?
It depends if he touched Vasilevsky.
I don't.
No, that's gonna be a goal.
Yeah, that's a goal.
Who scored? Landeskog?
Probably.
That's a bad goal by Vasilevsky anyway.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's Landeskog who scored.
But like I was saying, yeah, the Steelers have been in this game for a long time. They know good safety when they see one. They've had Mel Blount. They've had Troy Polamalu. They've had good ones. And I mean, even if you just look at
that just trickled right in between them 5-hole. That's a really bad goal by Vasilevsky. And who set it up? Rantanen.
But yeah.
No, that didn't go 5-hole. That bounced out of his elbow onto the pad and then behind him, and then Landeskog put it back.
Okay. All right. What can we expect in year 2 of Dan Campbell with Aiden Hutchinson, Jamison Williams? Look, I'm gonna say this: the success of Jamison Williams is going to hinder heavily on Jared Goff making the right decisions. Aiden Hutchinson,
Ross St. Brown wasn't that bad last year. I'm gonna just put that out there.
Oh no, he wasn't. I picked him up off the waiver wire in free agency, and he put up numbers. So,
and you still lost.
You know what? Next season's a new season.
Yeah, that's true.
Next season's a whole new season.
I have to defend my crown.
Yeah, we'll see about that. But yeah, Aiden Hutchinson.
Didn't I win, right? Yeah, I did win.
I feel like Aiden Hutchinson. I feel like he'll have a good rookie year. I just want to know how long until Aiden Hutchinson gets frustrated with the fact that he's probably not going to win a championship in Detroit and decides to go for better days somewhere else. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's my take of that.
Oh shit! Bad turnover there.
About Jameson Williams too. Like, how long until he realizes he's not going to win a championship in Detroit?
2 years.
Oh, they got
2 years before he requests a trade.
Oh my goodness!
What?
Oh my gosh! They got another one.
Bruh. Now, why are you doing that to me? I haven't even seen it yet.
I need to be a spoiler. I might just need to say spoiler.
I have no idea how they're scoring, yet you're telling me they score.
I can tell you how they're going to score. Oh, okay. So, Lightning had it. Lightning turned it over. Straight shot through Vasilevsky's legs. Goal.
Holy shit, bad turnover there. Who turned it over? Hedman? What the hell Hedman's doing?
Yeah,
no, that's not Hedman. That's Kaloran.
These guys are legit. But
And I have no idea who that guy is. Vasilevsky's mad. Well, I'm not too worried. It's game one. The Lightning suck in game one.
oh
So
yeah,
I'm
of
not
course.
too worried. It isn't a true skin. Okay.
And that now takes us to the NBA. So with the NBA, we got not Stanley Cup final. Oh my
It's
goodness.
going to be done
got
tomorrow.
we got the NBA. Oh, you think it's
Calling
gonna
it
be
a wrap.
6?
I'm calling it a wrap tomorrow.
Oh man. So did the Warriors crack the code in game 5?
They did not crack no code game 5. The X factor, I said Andrew Wiggins became an X factor and he won them a game when Steph Curry was horrible.
Makes sense. I mean, honestly, I will say I was very impressed with Jordan Poole. That's who I've been very impressed with. Because he's come through when needed. You are definitely not focused right now.
No. I was going to say Wiggins, I'm pretty sure if you look at the rebounding numbers, I want to say Wiggins has more rebounds than Tatum, Brown, Smart, and Horford combined.
Most likely. And then also, too, if you think about it, Marcus Smart could not catch a break last night. Or not last night, in game 5. He just could not catch a break. He had, I think, technical fouls called on him. He had consistent fouls after that. It was horrible. And then apparently, according to
Sergachev stayed skate to skate with McKinnon is kind of crazy. Holy crap.
I'll say, according to ESPN, this is Steph Curry's best shooting finals ever.
And that was his worst shooting performance in his career in the finals.
Hey, it goes back to what some say, that don't pay attention to the numbers as long as you just get the job done.
The reason why I say it's over tomorrow is because Game 6 Clay, and I seriously doubt Steph shoots as bad as he did yesterday. Was he yesterday or the day before? And the reason, and that the only way I can see Boston thing is if Tatum goes nuclear.
Yeah, and again, it's like I don't see Steph following up a bad game with another bad game. I just don't. And then I think Klay Thompson, for him, I think it's time.
It's Game 6 Clay coming.
Exactly. To me, I don't think that he's been a force like he's really capable of in this.
Clay's getting 30.
Yeah,
minimum, so 30.
I think he needs to just take charge. I really do. You got to hit him on the wing, a wing 3, all night long, find the sweet spot. I think that's what needs to happen. So I mean, and Jason Tatum, I'm sorry, homie, you can't do this by yourself.
Homie, you can't have the most amount of turnovers in a finals ever and expect to win.
That's true too.
Albeit Andrew Wiggins has been making his life a living hell.
Because Andrew Wiggins is a dog.
I get the thing with Jimmy. I was like, so Karl Anthony Towns was a real issue in Minnesota then.
Be wary.
The only way I see the Warriors losing this series is if Draymond nut shot somebody. 3-1 it.
Wait. If he what somebody?
If he nut shot somebody like how he did with LeBron in Game 5.
Oh no, he honestly that wouldn't even surprise me if he did something like that. Wasn't he in the middle of wasn't he in the middle of the Celtics bench, just getting them riled up?
I have
I already know he's public enemy number 1 in Boston right now.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, oh my gosh, it's crazy. But who do you think is going to be Finals MVP?
Steph.
Yeah.
If the Warriors win, it'll be Steph. If the Celtics win, either Tatum goes nuclear, or it's going to go Jaylen Brown.
Just true. Be wary, Draymond could cost his team given his pass.
As I said, unless he nut shot somebody is the only way I can see it. How many bad passes are you guys gonna do? Another breakaway. Thank God for Vasilevsky stopping that.
Actually, I meant to ask you. So Draymond came out with a statement actually saying that I'm talking about guys back in the day and stuff, saying that like Draymond wouldn't survive back in the 80s or in the 90s and stuff because
He
of
really wouldn't.
the way the game was played. But Draymond also says too, he was like guys like Bill Laimbeer didn't have to pay fines either, like what we pay now. So I mean, if he starts focusing, then he can explain his take on that.
Playing the fines and all that. I mean, didn't we talk about that last week?
I can't remember.
I want to say something. I said something probably along the lines of, I mean, yeah, now it's more incentivized to play cleaner because that's the way how the rules are. Like more soft. Technical term soft in the media's eyes of players because that's how the rules are now compared to the past where they were promoting. Well, they didn't promote it, but the fines didn't deter it.
Yeah. Oh, I can get with that. It's and Draymond had a point. As crazy as it is to say, he did have a point. But I'm in the
Draymond skill wise isn't that good.
Well, this should be good. Keep going off.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I mean, he could pass it, I guess, semi decent for a big man.
Okay.
But I mean, if Kuminga was 2 years older, he'd be starting over Draymond.
Okay.
Kuminga's gonna be good. That's the scary part about the Warriors. The Timberwolves gave them 5 more years of success.
I'm telling you, dude, that is one of the. If I'm a draft prospect or if I end up getting traded to Golden State, I'm very excited because I know they know how to develop talent, and I know how to take that talent that's been
and put them in the best position.
And put them in the best position to succeed, or again, develop me more than what I've already been developed where I previously was. And that is a key to Steve Kerr's history, being coached by someone like Phil Jackson, and then also having
with MJ.
Who?
Playing with MJ, Scotty, and them.
Exactly. MJ, Scotty, and them, having Phil Jackson, having Greg Popovich, like that. You can't get any better results being a player than Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr was gifted 2 great opportunities with 2 used to be great ball clubs in the Bulls and the Spurs. Like,
the funny part about the Avalanche? They talk about them being so good, but yet forget the amount of top picks they've had because they've been bad so long. That or they get lucky on a trade and the team they traded with ended up
they got it. The Lightning got that one. Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
Who scored? Tell me at least who scored. I don't even care.
Oh my gosh.
Point?
That wasn't Point. I can't tell who that guy is.
20, 79, 21.
Number 20.
Paul.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was an insane sequence.
Dude, you're spoiling half the game for me. I can't see what the hell's going on,
I'm sorry, but that was, man, they needed that one bad. That's how you respond, though. That is how you respond. Not gonna lie, I may need to take in one of these games.
Ooh, that's a move by you got $1,000. Ooh, that speed from Paul, and then just deked it in. Actually, he didn't even touch that in. He just deked it in. The goalie went to the left or the right. He went to hit the goalie's left, and the goalie fell down to the left, and he just poked it into the right or his left, whatever.
Incredible.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, no, I got you.
That's a good pass by Hedman, though. Put it far enough and just tapped it in onto the other side.
That's incredible. Game 2 is Saturday.
Yeah, it's a long wait.
It'll be worth it. You'll be able to get your sea legs underneath you. Yeah.
So, what was your thoughts on Mr. Blasphemy talking, saying AD's better than Jokic and Luka? I went off on him for it.
Honestly, wait, that AD is better than Luka and who again?
Jokic
And he say Anthony Davis.
is better than Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic.
No.
The only reason why he said that is because AD's on the Lakers. Who we fooling?
No. And see, the ESPN needs to stop with this obsession that they have of the Lakers.
I can tell you why he's not better than them. And not even because of injuries.
I wasn't even going to say injuries. I was just going to say I feel like honestly just – but go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. How many years was he in New Orleans? Like 6 years, right? 6, 7 years?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, 6, 7 years. He never even got out of the first round until he had Bogey and Drew Holiday won nuclear. It wasn't even him who did all the work for them to beat the Blazers. And that was the most he got to was the second round. And he needed Damian Lillard to shoot horrendously to get them to the second round. Luka Doncic got the Dallas Mavericks by himself, essentially, to the conference finals in his third year. Nikola Jokic carried his team to the playoffs by himself. AD couldn't even get to the playoffs by himself.
Wait, so hold on. My next
question Storm is overhead. That's a no one. That's a no one.
Why, again, see, here's my question now. Why are we comparing Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic and they don't play the same position?
Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis aren't even in the same stratosphere quality of playing.
They don't even play the same position now. Like, why are they being compared?
ESPN's bored and they have an obsession that they have to talk about the Lakers as often as they talk about the Cowboys.
I know. Honestly, I'm like Glenn Davis at this point, dude. I'm like, my gosh, like we gotta talk about them again. Like, how many times are we gonna talk about them? Which is something I don't get.
Rain to stop. We got rain for 1 minute, and the rain stopped. What the hell? It was a passing cloud. Boo.
Oh, now he's worried about the Weather Channel.
No, I need the lightning to come play some more up above my house so we can get Tampa's pouring. So then the Lightning have a storm brewing.
Wow. Okay, so one other thing too before we get out of here. So the preseason breakdowns, folks, that we got coming up here soon, as we do get ready to close out the show. The preseason breakdowns will be coming out in August, so sit tight. They'll be here before you know it. They'll actually be out. Well, you know what? Let me rephrase that.
I have a better idea
for the Pro Football Hall of Fame game.
Yeah, I'll tell you an idea I have off air when we finish. I'll tell you how we should do it. Once the Stanley Cup's over, we could do them.
Okay.
And because we won't have nothing to talk about. I'll tell you in a minute afterward.
Oh man, that's right. That's going to be a serious dead period after the Stanley Cup is over.
Yeah, so instead of doing episodes, we do the previews.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Because we're already on episode 11, so 2 more weeks, that fits into the end of the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
NHL, that should fit also into the NHL draft, free agency start, NBA draft stuff. So, actually, NBA draft's next week.
Jeez.
NBA draft is next Thursday. So, yeah.
Orlando Magic have the number 1 pick.
They're going to screw it up and take Jabari. I know. They won't. Paulo will be the best out of 3. Watch.
We'll see. But all right, folks, that's going to do it for us. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Last Gift Podcast.
I was halfway distracted since 8:15. So
yeah,
don't kill me there. JP's been killing me, guys. He keeps having these episodes the days the Lightning play. I don't know why he just won't have them.
You know
yesterday,
what?
I would have been 100% focused yesterday.
I'm sorry that, life as a grad student calls for a lot of attention. So next week we'll return to our programming on Tuesday nights.
Nah, I'm just messing. I don't want them on Tuesday. Who cares? I don't mind. I do them any day. I'm pretty flexible on the days.
It actually would be funny if Game 3 is actually played on Tuesday night. That way, it actually has him
Actually, no. Game
3.
Game 2 is Saturday, so Game 3 is Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay.
Well, that's that. All right, then. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. We really need to rename this show the Last Run Podcast. I mean, what we fooling now?
I mean, honestly,
We need to get some guests. I want to see. I don't know who I can get, though.
might be able. I'm gonna try to pull some strings from one guest. But all right, folks, y'all take care. Y'all stay safe. Y'all
stay safe, blessed, stay safe. Y'all know what's up. Hit us up at Penalty Talk on all the platforms or running on the bottom if you have any questions, comments on the shows, you know.
And we will see you next week.
Talk about. See you next week. Peace out.